Hello and welcome, and this is the Gladiators Forum. System I recently made, designed for 2v2 free-for-alls. And currently we cannot see the spawns, so let me amend that. There we are. So we've got orange, gunmetal grey, yellow and indigo as our teams here today. Starting over here with the orange team. All players must spawn together, by the way. I don't know why I get the voice alerts. But we've got Zenith and Rufflepont Noob. Rufflepont is a new member of the Realm, and Zenith I played with recently in the test of this before this game that I'm casting now. Gunmetal Grey just to their east. You've got Emperor John and Carnero. So they've gone for bots and air. Early combat fab, not wise on this map, particularly because you want to get doing things rather quickly. Another thing I'll say just before we go on is that my internet has been really playing up today, so I might end up casting this in ChronoCam. We're not entirely sure yet, but there we are. If it just keeps bugging out, I think I'll just decide, you know what, let's just cast it in ChronoCam, because it's going to be a lol fest anyway. Right, skipping a team and we go to Indigo here. We have these two lovely commanders, Dementor121 and Alex Nova 33. I'm definitely going to turn off those voice notifications, they are annoying me. They've gone for a good early radar, that's a good idea first. Air fab's interesting, but again, yellow also gone for combat fabs. Now getting on to yellow, we've got Mongobot and Kai or Chai 3 for 4. Not entirely sure what that's going to be, so I'm just, yeah. Anyway, for now on I'm going to refer to these teams by their team colours. So here we've already got an engagement between orange and gunmetal grey. It's definitely looking as though I'll probably be wanting to ChronoCam this, because this is getting ridiculous already. Yes, in fact I think that's what I am going to do. We've got bombers going around already from Team Grey. Let's just get onto ChronoCam now, because it's just annoying me a smidgen. So let's go back and it'll buffer ahead of us in effect. Right, so we have these bombers here from Gunmetal Grey team. A good early strategy actually to get all of these bombers going. And indeed the turrets is also a common strategy on this sort of a map where you've basically got to creep your way towards the enemy. Other than that, we've got a combat fabber here. Idle isn't particularly wise, but we've got grenadiers coming out already. Hummingbirds taking out all of those bumblebees from Team Orange, very nice indeed. And we've got Infernos here being chased away by grenadiers. Commander's Uber Cannon just about missing, but the actual shots picking them off themselves. Another bot factory going up there from Team Grey. We've got engagements between yellow and blue as well. We've got Ants and Infernos coming across, and a commander moving in. Not particularly wise given their downgrade there. But this is really going to hamper blue's war effort, to say the least. Losing a bit of metal extractor there because it wasn't being built for a long time. This commander looks like he might be stuck, but I'm not sure. They decided to go for early T2 air. I'm not sure if they've played the recent patch, because that's not what you want to be doing. Especially in such a close quarters game like this, where it's all about sort of wall creeping and getting up some pelters. Orbital going up from orange, that's definitely interesting. That's probably Zenith, because I suggested that strategy in the last game we played together. So that might be his idea there. But, getting the commander into orbit and then popping up a couple of laser platforms, it's always a sneaky strategy here. But double commander, double team. The difference is there's a wall and a laser turret in the way. I'm going to get into camera mode here with any luck and see what's going on, because we had a commander brawl there which I just happened to miss, unfortunately. Again, sorry about the noises. The hotkeys do not save when you leave them in the settings, which will hopefully get fixed in the very near future. Vehicle factory going up now instead for Team Blue. Yellow retreating now behind their walls. Let's go up a little bit so we can see what's going on. And moving around. See the orbital just about getting finished there from orange. I think we might have lost our bearings here, because the North Pole is to the left of the screen now. Black fighting against orange here as well. Interesting to see such an engagement going on. Walls going up, that's definitely what we want to do, but we've got Infernos here and we know how they can get through walls. Not as fast as Vanguards, But instead of doing that, the Inferno could be coming over here and taking out all of this power gens. Though there is the commander there, but he could get off at least one kill, especially if he followed up with these docks and grenadiers here. Because there's a lot of factories here from Team Black now. If we zoom up, we can see just how many. There's a lot there. Uber cannons coming off from Team Orange as well over there, which is always a good idea. But other than that, it's relatively stalemate at the moment, but as soon as these units move in, Orange is definitely going to want to do something with that orbital launcher. Hopefully they'll get something going and get into orbit. Indeed, the orbital launcher is finished now. As soon as they notice that, they'll get building something. Let's see what it is they decide to build. That looks like an orbital fabricator that they are getting up. So they will probably be getting some anchors there to assist their defense, but they are losing ground rapidly. Look at this, they've only got mechs, an air factory and this orbital launcher left now, along with their 2 comms. They need to defend that orbital launcher. They cannot let it fall, as it looks as though it's their last hope. It's an all or nothing strategy here, and let's hope it pays off for them, because as soon as they get into orbit, they'll probably lose most of their stuff on the ground because of the economy that orbital requires. Though if they want to really succeed in orbital, they need ground space as well, and I'm not sure they cemented that before going into orbital, which probably would have been a better idea. Moving back over to the other side of the planet now, let's see what engagements have. Whoa! Blimey, the Wall of Troy is here. The Bumblebee's trying desperately to do something, but they're not really going to be doing very much. I don't exactly want to be trying to get in there with Infernos at the moment, because it's just not going to happen. You want to get a lot of air going out in order to do that. Maybe even try and get some commander snipes, which is always possible, or indeed get up your own turrets, which I believe is what they're trying to do at the moment. But you need some walls in front of those, otherwise they're pretty useless. Especially here with these fabricators healing these walls up very nicely. Although 2 of them just got shot, I think, because of the extra penetration these laser turrets actually have on the walls. T2 bots going up from yellow as well. Very interesting there. Look at the economy tabs here. Blimey, it looks as though blue is the only one with an actual reasonable economy. Yellow sort of fluctuating, but T2 at this stage of the game, I mean, they are entrenched, which is good, but they're going to kill off their economy while they get that up. Let's see how Orbital is going. Nothing up yet. Almost got the launcher there. Orange really desperately need to defend this. They're beginning to lose their only mech sites. You can see their economy there. It's just, they're just about managing it with mechs. They're floating a bit, but they are definitely just not efficient with their energy whatsoever. Hence why they're desperately trying to get it up here with the commander and the air fab. So with any luck, that'll get up very shortly indeed. And the orbital launcher just about to fly off. Let's see what it looks like in dynamic camera. With any luck, we'll actually get finished in just a second. Let's see how far it's built. No, it's got quite a way to go actually. That's unfortunate. So we'll have to come back to that one. Looking back into black though, getting out more factories, more air factories as well, more grenadiers and ants. Look as though they're on the warpath for Orange's orbital launcher now, which is almost finished with that fabber. Ooh, lots of air fabs there, going in force. Blue healing each other. Looks as though they've lost some sort of ground to black on the other side here. Yellow is probably in the strongest position because of their entrenchment. Almost finished up the 2-2 bots as well, which is always good. And here we go, about to see the launching of this in dynamic camera. There it goes. And the orbital fabber is out. Straight away getting up the the anchors. Ooh. There was something. I reckon that was the blue commander. Let's see if we can get back over there. Indeed it was. That's really not good. That looks like it was a bomber snipe. Let's go back and see whether it was. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Whoa! Blimey. That looks nasty. That's a lot of bombers used on that. They probably should have scouted ahead and they wouldn't have lost quite so many bombers in the explosion, given they'd realised they wouldn't have needed all of those. A little bit of a waste of metal, but it was a commander killed. Unfortunately, This gives away a little bit here, so I'm going to close the economy tab. And this is the problem in casting in ChronoCam, you still see everything live, so it's a little bit of a spoiler. And I think it's fair to say that Blue is pretty much about to lose their comms. Orange comm lost there as well. The Orbital launcher is not going to launch its next Faber, which is unfortunate, and this one is going to struggle to get up this laser platform here, Anchor, which now shoots down at ground units, I should probably point out, and there's the rest of Blue. Gone they are. Now who's going to claim this land first? Because Black has the Air Force, yet Yellow has the entrenched position. Not too much anti-air, however. And a couple of injured commanders, and an orange comm bomb over here. I'm not sure what he's doing, he might have left, but he needs desperately to get out, and Astreus, if he's got to go into orbit, he's got to go into orbit. He should probably be assisting the orbital launcher with that orbital Faber. But the commander has to turn around D-gun now. Ah, he's gone. That was unfortunate. It was a good idea from Orange, but unfortunately it didn't pay off because they just didn't entrench enough before transitioning to that level. I wonder whether they're going to bug out and just stay there or whether they're actually going to die. Nope, they die. There we go. So now it is a duel between the black team, Gunmetal Grey, and Yellow. Very hazardous Yellow here. A few combat fabs going around. I think it's probably bring this out now that we've caught up to where we need to be. Which is always good. Lots of air fabbers here. Blimey, that's a lot of bombers. They are definitely going for commander snipe. Definitely. I mean, this is something that I've done in a couple of recent videos and in recent games as well, is just spam out bombers and... oh, wow, okay. Yeah. I think they know that that's going to hurt. I'm looking in chat now, of course, because ChronoCam doesn't disguise that and play it back later. I think that's probably, you know, a good way to go. But here we see the mobilization. I'm going to go down into dynamic camera again and follow this fleet, because this is going to be gorgeous. Here we go. Over the walls, over the turrets, dropping it on the commander. One more pass, and he's going to pop. Single bomb goes off. How many more bombs is it going to take? And wham! Again, a lot of bombs wasted in that instance. You didn't need all of them to do the second pass. So Yellow loses a comm, and they don't seem to have many standing forces actually. In fact, that explosion wiped them all out. So it looks as though definitely Team Grey is on the upper hand here. With another wave of bombers ready, flying over the north. Just ready to hit this commander that's already on low health, and they're going at it already. Yeah, GG's are called by Canero. And indeed they go out there, and we're just about to see them disappear. I'm gonna keep reviewing game if you don't mind. But, I don't think that was much of a spoiler. You could see who was going to win this game. Interesting game mode. Hopefully this will be played a little bit more. I think it definitely works with 2v2v2v2s, as long as you have teammates that work together on a good strategy. I think one of the good ideas in this sort of a game mode is to rush your opponent, definitely. Claim as much ground as you can and entrench yourself in the side that you're not pushing on. And don't forget the modalities of combat, because you've got ground and air and orbital. Good game. Unfortunately, T2 bots didn't quite pay off for them, nor did T2 air over here, nor did orbital in this instance. And nor did putting up Great Wall of Troy in China either. Which was interesting, very interesting. Good plays, good economy. Good camera work, if I do say so myself. Right, so thanks again for watching, folks. More PA is on the way very soon indeed. If you enjoyed this, do let me know that you did, and or why or how you did in the comments, as feedback fuels my enjoyment of making content for you. And as I said, there's more PA on the way very soon indeed. Thanks again for watching, folks, and as always, have a nice day.